We got a topic for the newbies, the beginners, the people who don't play games like that. It is, what type of games do we believe would be a nice introductory level for people who don't play or at least play very little? And I'm going to start us off. I will throw out Cult of the Lamb because it's kind of cute, very simple.
It's one of them like simulation games.
Yeah, so it's like take Sims, but with furries.
Or you could just say lambs because they're lambs.
They're all different animals. It's just you're a lamb, but everything else you can like is a different animal. So, but you can make them be different colored, have things, make them eat feces as a religion. It's sacrifice people. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those games. It's just really cute, really charismatic. It has its own charm. And then the controls are really simple. It's kind of like, again, like The Sims. So you just got to manage them.
Yeah.
But instead of being
it's all about you have more of a choice, but there's not really, aside from maybe consequences that you don't want being like, there's never going to be really any harm to you, but
the only harm to you comes when you go and try to do the dungeons because it's a roguelike game. Mm-hmm. So it has that element of like, hey, you got to defeat X, Y, and Z false god because you were resurrected by the actual god that they worshipped, but they do like, but you got to get followers so you can be stronger. Like the worst thing that you have to deal with is losing followers or them just from either dying of old age, killing each other, eating feces, or
sounds like stress-free time for all the beginners.
I know, right? Because it's kind of just managing your people, really, and then like it's because it's a road, like it wants you to go in, and it was like, hey, if you die, that's okay. Whatever you get, you can take out, and then it's just make sure your followers are good, and then you'll be good.
Take care of them, they'll take care of you type thing.
Yeah, because the whole thing, your power is based on how much they have faith in you and how much you make like such an impact on them. This is what it looks like. So I watched this game unfaithfully. So, but it's really, I think that's a really nice introductory like game. It's easy on the eyes. It's not stressful whatsoever unless you think dying a lot is stressful.
I mean, some gamers do think that because I had a friend, she used to not really want to play that many games because she was just stressed about dying. And I was just like, okay, but here's the thing. The most stressful of a game is if you just die, then all you have to do is start over. Some games are more punishing about that than others. Like Souls games, those can be annoying because say you got this really hard boss and it's down to like one more hit, then you die. Whoop, got to do the whole thing again.
Yeah. And I think it's kind of interesting too because that's the first time I've like seen it outside of the God of War Ragnarok, but that's nowhere near entry level game unless you put that bad boy on storytelling.
I feel like even normal, it's more towards the general audience and more to the hardcore. But that's why they have the difficulty slider for are you good with controls? If not, then there's story. If you're really good with controls, want to test yourself with these specific controls, then there's a hardcore difficulty.
Yeah, and I think like that's an interesting concept too because like this is the first time that I've experienced a rogue game as in Cult of the Lamb.
Rogue, yeah. Like
a pure rogue, and I thought it was really kind of cool that they incentivize you to die. So I was like,
yeah, that's actually something. That's actually, I really tried to get into Hades, but it doesn't really click with me that much. Mainly just because I don't really like the moveset of a lot of things. And also, sometimes I think roguelikes are a little too random for my liking.
Yeah, because it's just one run, you have all gold tier equipment just going through bodying things, but then next thing you realize the next run you don't see a single gold piece until the final fight.
That's kind of why I like
the one that harms you the most than anything.
Yeah, that's kind of why I liked Valhalla with God of War because basically for me, I'm already good at the combat as it is, except with the Blades of Chaos. For some reason, me and those weapons, as much as I think it's fun to, twirl it and on the ground, it just doesn't feel that, what's the word? Like, intuitive to me to use the blades. Smooth, intuitive. It just doesn't feel that intuitive for me to use the Blades of Chaos. I don't feel like they do enough damage. And also, they're really great for crowd control, but in my opinion, the, spear is even better for it. But that's why, I'm already good at it. And then the funnest thing to get in that type of roguelike is like
Spear based.
the spear based ones, mainly because the spear can, have different elements of it. And the funnest thing is when the spear has like different element. There's a power up you can get where,
I know there's one every time you throw it.
every time you throw it and
it
comes back, it has a new status condition on it.
I found one skill in it where you could actually just like once you like do I think it was a combo or something. You just or if you like just hold R2, you stab the enemy and it absorbs whatever their element
That's
is.
just its basic power.
See, that was funny because I was like,
So yeah,
man,
each enemy has a different power that can be siphoned, and the spear has the ability to capture any of those. But now this one is automatically equipped every time it respawns.
Yeah,
So you just go stupid. I'm like, okay, I'm not taking this run serious no more. This is a fun run.
exactly. But I think that sums it up for
For
Cult, but-
Cult. I almost said Silence of the Lambs. I'm like, that's a movie.
It's crazy. I thought that was a sequel.
What, Silence of the Lambs?
Yeah,
No,
because of the lamb part. I was like,
technically it does kind of act like a sequel because Hannibal Lecter talks about information it feels like the audience should know but doesn't, because Hannibal Lecter like met Buffalo Bill or whatever a long time ago, but that's movie based, not game based. But sidetrack over. My next one that I would say would be a recommendation for new gamers is Animal Crossing, because it's basically Cult of the Lambs but a lot simpler. Because all it is you're on your island and you're just trying to pay off your rent or just make as much money as possible. But even then, there's no penalty for not paying, your house off or whatever. The only thing is, you pay off your house, you have the ability to upgrade to a bigger house, which sure is, even more money. But again, there's no penalty for, any time. You pay it back on your own time. However you want, however long you want.
and that's also like a life looking simulator thing because
Yeah.
documented proof. You say if you take like a week off of that game, your house is going to be covered in weeds. You got like
Oh no, I remember.
everywhere.
I had the GameCube version, and what me and my brother would do is to speed up, the process, because sometimes in-game events take actual days for things to occur. Because it goes by your actual system's clock. We would speed it up. I swear I only sped it up by a day. But then next thing I know, my entire house is covered with cockroaches. And then grass is just everywhere. And I have to pluck everything out. And I said forward a year. Not a day, a year. and then even then, some of the people are just like, hey, dude, where you been? I haven't seen you for like a year. It's like, yeah, I kind of time traveled, my bad. But then with the new one, at least the new one, it incentivizes you more to not just want to skip forward in time. Because there's a lot you can do. You can start crafting. Everything is craftable now, which I think is good and bad at the same time. Because it actually gives you incentive to go out and interact with more things. But then it's annoying because why did they have to add more durability to everything? But that's really the only thing you have to worry about is once things...
Whoa. You also have to worry about wasps.
But yeah, that's really the only thing you have to worry about in that game. And I think that's just a great thing for most beginner gamers is just life simulators. Because usually in simulators, there isn't really any consequence aside from maybe an outcome you don't like. But then again, the replayability is so good, you can just go back in and do something different. And even in Animal Crossing, say you don't like a particular island, like Islander, you can just really request for them to leave. And then eventually they will leave. And I remember I saw Jacksepticeye, he did something that I thought was really, really mean. He went to one of them and he just tortured them. Because there's something where you can like hit them with like your butterfly net over and over again. And they will eventually get mad at you. And they'll be like all doom and gloom and depressed. And part of me is just like, I don't like that, Jack, stop. Just like, I felt really bad that this like in-game virtual thing that's not real in the slightest was feeling depressed. I'm like, come on, Jack, you're being an asshole. Stop that. Don't do that.
That's valid.
But it's like one of those, the freedom that you can do. You can do that if you wish. But the thing is, there's no real consequence to any of it, to doing any of it.
I also like how in the newer one, you can actually, if you have online, there's always refreshing. There's still always new stuff to do.
Yeah, there's always new stuff to do. You can go to other islands. You can find different crafting recipes from your friends or just from random people online. And remember there was a thing where there were star fragment trees, which were actual glitches where they made the star fragment, which is a rare resource that also goes for a lot of money. And they managed to, I think, mod the game as a seed, but then they made it for online to where it could be transferred to other systems. But then Nintendo quickly shut that down. Unfortunate, because a lot of people weren't even using it, to sell. They were just using it because it's really pretty to have. Like, someone, made a Christmas theme island from it. Which I thought was...
I like the God, Jesus, the creativity.
Not my mustache.
Yes, a minute.
Then tell me, I'll get it.
We were in the moment. It's okay. But I think I really like the amount of creativity that people can have when it comes to setting up islands, because it's just kind of a little, because I'm not creative in the slightest.
Yeah, I mean,
i.e., as unfortunately being a Halo player, one of the top 3 things about it is being able to do forge. I can't forge, and that's purely based off your creativity, because you can make literally anything. Like, I've seen somebody recreate every map in the game at this, from the older games. Mm-hmm. Some people have made cities, actual cities that look decently good and stuff like that. And then, ironically, that actually ties into my next topic of being Minecraft.
Yeah, a lot of people who don't even play video games like that like Minecraft.
Yeah, and it's really crazy because Minecraft is such an entry-level game. It's it's like I say it, we talk about it all the time. It's easy to learn. No, it's easy to pick up, but once you learn it, clockwork. Because it's crazy that one of our buddies, Devin, he's working with a group of people who are actually getting into scholarships based off of Minecraft. Mm-hmm. So that's really cool to me that playing.
And also, there's a little bit of a physics system where things can interact on each other based on the rules within the game.
Yeah.
Which I think is really cool, and kind of how it's kind of like how, side tangent, like Breath of the Wild, it has its own physics system, with metal, with water, with electricity, with fire, with wind. That's what I like about games when they have their own, unique little physics system. Then Minecraft has something kind of similar to that, because you can either go survival mode and, try and test your metal, or you can just go in creative mode where you have everything at your disposal already, and then you can just see what you could create even if you were in survival.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because fun fact, they didn't actually used to have cookbooks. You had to go to, the Minecraft wiki. Only for the Minecraft wiki, the how to make everything. And now that server is basically useless because now the game just shows you once you unlock a new item, most of the stuff you can do with it.
Yeah. The amount of things you can just do in that game is kind of crazy too. Because I remember the oldest thing I've seen is when people would take those colored plates so they could recreate an art piece. So when you go all the way out.
Zoom out. Yeah, those are still super popular. People have created their own worlds, their own servers. Minecraft just goes absolutely stupid with people's creativity.
Yeah.
I know there's a mod for Pokemon where you can catch your own Pokemon.
They recently collabed with Dragon Ball Z and ironically Halo when it came to some recent collab event, because it
gets so big they put it in Smash.
Yeah.
And he's actually the most broken character. He's actually banned in some tournaments.
That busted?
Yes. Because the ability to create blocks and just control the entire terrain, that's completely broken.
Yeah, when you look at it that way, that makes sense.
Because think about it like this. You're off stage. Say you're Kirby. You're going up. But then in Steve, he makes, blocks go bonk, bonk, and completely blocks you from going up. Even when you press up B, depending on what that block is made of, Kirby might not be able to break through it. And then Kirby boom, falls down. and there's nothing that could have been done. So it's just too broken to be able to just control that much terrain. But that's just the essence of Minecraft. That much creative freedom.
Yeah, and then like the sky quite literally is the limit, so that's really cool too. And I think recently Devin did show me a piece of what his friend group was working on, and it was like a medieval castle, I would want to say. And so far, like they had the doors entry. When I tell you, I can't. My description doesn't know justice because it looks like something you legitimately would see if it was like you can quite literally like picture it as if it was like real instead of while it's in Minecraft. Because it's like it was a little silver castle looking thing. The dwarf entry, it did like a whole loop around type shit, and then it led into a giant, probably the like main place itself, and just went straight up, and it was just all as if it was like fragmented due to old age, and then there was like the portions that were like obviously connecting it to the rest of it because it goes like from here to here to here to here. And you're just like, how long did it take y'all to do that, dude?
Yeah, I remember I had an old friend group where they made a Minecraft server, and I visited like one time, and yeah, it was just amazing. I'm like, how do you have this much free time to make like all of this? I can't even describe to you what it was because it was like a whole entire world that they had crafted. And like, yeah, sorry, it's not perfect. Not perfect. Like, what is perfect in your head? Like, Jesus Christ.
Dude, yeah. The people who actually rock that shit, bro. They rock that shit.
Like, I played it a little bit. I thought it was cool, but it wasn't really my cup of tea. Plus, also, I made the mistake of, I made my house, my little, like, hut that I was living in. I made it, like, an area where I could climb down. I didn't know that darkness in any area is what spawns enemies. So I went to the basement of my house, and there were, like, witches and skeletons and, you know, the dudes that blow up that just appeared in my basement. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. And then I asked my buddy, how'd that happen? It's like, do you have a lantern down there? I'm like, why would a lantern ward them off? Watch out, watch out, watch out! But yep, that's what I needed.
You could have been farming the enemy types in there, bro. Just like make a big box make a basement, and then just have a little no torch in there, and it's not come in there.
It's just like you're just a warrior. You just like you wake up. I crave violence. To the basement. Hey, how y'all doing?
And it was like, hey guys.
Stab, stab, stab. Stab, stab,
Like,
stab.
where's the creeper? Smack. Then all you hear is.
I think if you kill it fast enough, it actually doesn't explode.
See, I didn't know what the first time I ever played Minecraft. I didn't know what a creeper was, so I was like,
Isn't that
"What
the
is
thing
it?"
from Scooby-Doo?
No. No, but that's what he said.
I would love if someone made a mod of that where it's like
Sure, there is.
probably where it's Scooby-Doo, and every time instead of hearing the you just hear creeper.
You know, I'm pretty sure that may already exist. People
Probably.
are really like again, people are hyper creative,
Yeah, people do way too much with Minecraft.
and so much that they got a Telltale game. I think like
No, they had
Dead Dungeons.
Yeah, I think Dungeons and Dragons or just Minecraft Dungeons. I remember they had an actual story mode. I remember seeing this clip of like there's a story spoilers, I guess, if you care about the. I'm pretty sure the game got unlisted if I remember right, but I don't remember. But basically, or it was just called Minecraft Story. I don't remember. Minecraft says so much, but one of them is like they had this pig, and this pig could talk, and the pig was dying, and when the pig died, it went and turned into a pork chop. Like it was supposed to be this sad moment, just like, it's okay, buddy. It's okay. Just breathe. Just relax. You're okay. And then he's like, I love you all. And then a pork turns into a pork chop.
I'm not gonna lie, I was so lost. I was like,
because pigs, when they die, they turn to pork chops, and because he is a pig,
bacon.
Yeah. No, I don't think there is bacon in Minecraft. I'm pretty sure it is just like pork meat.
Okay.
But anyway,
To you, bud.
yeah, that's something with a little bit more creative freedom. But the thing that I want to talk about next is because, well, you know me, I'm a shill for this thing. I'm an absolute shill for this guy. Mario games. Mario games are absolutely the games that are easy to pick up but hard to master. Because when you start off, if you just beat the games are normally fairly easy. They do have some difficulty bumps going along, but for the most part, so long as you kind of learn all the mechanics that it's taught you, you'll be fine. Or if you actually learn your movesets, because that's the interesting about Mario. Usually in most Mario games, all of your movesets, aside from like, power-ups and stuff, all of them are pretty much given to you at the start. Especially, I just beat Mario Odyssey again, and basically, yeah, in terms of Mario's movements, everything is given to you right off the bat. You get the cap, you get the ability to bounce off it, you get the ability to long jump, you get the ability to bounce off it, throw it again, then dive again. So there's just so much, excuse me. Whew, oh, I had a burp that I felt like it was coming up, but it wouldn't come up.
It's okay. It's
Yeah.
gonna hit you when you least suspect it.
It's gonna kick like a mule. But yeah, basically all those are already in your moveset. And then what makes it even more interesting, Mario Odyssey doesn't have traditional power-ups. That's why it has a capture system. And then, but other games, like the 2D Mario specifically, those games have become synonymous with how easy they are, but it's also super fun. Like Mario Wonder, it has the second stage where it's that like meme of like the singing piranha plants where it's like ma 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 ma.
I don't dip my toes in the lake if it ain't my wheelhouse.
Yeah, you should. That's interesting to know other things that are happening.
I mean,
Expand your mind
That
view.
gives me a reason to look it up.
Reason is just because you're curious.
Yeah, we just said the same thing.
Yeah, curiosity should be a natural instinct, not something.
Curiosity kills cats, though.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure looking up the Mario plant theme is really going to kill you. You're just going to be like, bah, 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 bah.
And then it respawns. That was exciting.
Then the respawn, you're going to be on top of that giant worm in Helldivers. Little side story for that. We were playing Helldivers yesterday, and one of our friends, we spawned her in, and then she appeared on top of the giant worm, and it flung her off, and we just can't stop laughing about it.
Oh, if they know, they know. The Hive Lord is not a good time.
Oh, no, that was a fucking fantastic time.
Oh, I was enjoying it.
Dude, I was
Except for the, I think the stalker guys, the guys that like the bigger versions of the ones that follow you with
these
the
that
weird
knock
tongues.
you down, those guys are annoying. That is not a game for beginners. Okay, the lower levels are kind of good starts for beginners.
Suicide mission. Introduce them to the Hive Lord early.
Level 2 is pretty good for beginners, but yeah, that's one of those games where it gets way too difficult. But anyway, back to Mario, because that's what this whole thing was about. Yeah, basically you get power-ups and you get stages that kind of coincide with power-ups. So the levels are never intensely difficult, because we've actually seen someone that you remember you invited your friend over and she just could not for the life of her understand the controls for Gear of War or just the analog sticks.
Yeah.
And then I was just walking around her just like, ooh, come find me, come get me. Like, we think like, just like we didn't understand at the time like why she was doing that. But then I've learned from watching other people that don't play games, it is actually really hard for them to understand like analog controls or like not having to look at the controller while you're doing stuff. Like the game's like press this button. We're just like, But then I've seen even my dad, when I try to show him some games, it's like press this button. He's like, Like it takes him like a while to process and understand like, oh, you need to press this button. Like it's not already one-to-one with them with the controller.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, that was right. Especially she was playing. I don't remember what that game was where she jumped over like the
Block Theater.
Power Block Theater.
With the boy, the myth, the man, the legend, Hattie Hatterson. Hold on to your butts.
Yeah, but she managed to jump over that big gap, and then she's like, "Oh, I did it!" And I learned from early on you have a move that can shove people, and I just went gunk and pushed her back down. I'm kind of an asshole in games, but it's so funny.
You remember, speaking of, ironically, because we were off on Helldivers, like how one of our boy, you know him, you love him, whenever you killed him, he got so mad that he killed you right back, and he was just like actually upset about it.
Mm-hmm. No, he didn't kill me right back. He just didn't get into the pod. So he left the mission, and while he was still down under there, until we didn't get full credit for the mission, even though we did all the side objectives. But that's what happens when, you're not good at games.
Wow.
But then, all right, spitball me another one. What's another game?
A quick honorable mention is like Wii Sports, Wii Fit, and
Oh, yeah, most of the
Just
Wii.
Dance, to be honest.
Yeah, most of those games are really good for people who just don't.
Ooh, and then I think the actual conversation is the Mama's Cooking one. I have it somewhere. Hold on. I got it over here. It's one of my Wii games.
You're really looking for it right now?
Cooking Mama. That's what it's called.
I know what it's called.
I thought you made that face because I said it wrong.
I would, because that's just such an obscure title to just bring up. But
because all it is literally just teaches you how to do real life things of how to cook food.
I don't think you could learn that much cooking from Cooking Mama.
You haven't played Cooking Mama.
I have.
Cooking with Mama.
Cooking with Kyra?
Oh, my nose. Oh,
why did you do that? I felt the crack from here. What did you do?
I can breathe.
Breathe in all the fresh air of of easy games. But yeah, so some games like that are pretty easy. Like, like Wii Sports. I think that's what made Wii Sports so popular, along with the fact that it was, bundled with the Wii.
Yeah.
It was just simple. You had a Wii remote. However, you moved it. Typically, your character moved it.
I want to say...
Which I think was revolutionary at the time, even though the Wii was lacking in power compared to the 360 and PS3.
The games that also came out on the Wii were really fun.
The Wii had absolute banger after banger hit. The only thing is they had a little third-party support, but like the Wii had a Call of Duty game, but it didn't compare to, the actual like Call of Duty games.
It was around that time where like they would be like the Xbox and PlayStation 3 version were clearly the better versions, but the Wii's or the DS or the Vita versions were like side stories or super underwhelming versions. Although,
well, yeah, because the gameplay couldn't be like the high-tech versions because it's limited lower tech, and especially with the Wii, instead of having the actual analog controls, it's just point and click. For some people that's easier, but at the same time you don't get the high fidelity or even the graphical power that you do with other games.
They knocked it out of the park. So
I also just remember the queso clip where he hits. He's like triple, and then goes double. He goes double. That's a triple. And then goes change sides. He goes change my diaper. We are tired and we are in a mood for this one. but that shows how much fun you can have even with easier games.
Yeah.
My favorite was the boxing.
My favorite was bowling.
That's pretty much everyone's favorite.
But then it became Jesus.
Baseball?
No, I hated baseball.
Oh, why?
Because I almost broke my TV with it.
That's why you put the strap on.
Never mind, can't make that comment.
Okay, so what was your favorite? There's tennis.
Boxing.
I said boxing. You're like, no, my favorite was.
No, my favorite was Jesus Christ, was bowling, but then it became boxing because I didn't like tennis because all I did was this.
Yeah. Or you see the clip that's rolling around nowadays of like two people like in the front, and they just go like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, just like
Pretty much. That was what all I did in boxing. I just went like
That's what I did, except I actually learned more about it. That's how I used to be a kickboxer, so I started like learning how to do it like a lot better. Like I go foo foo foo, and then I would usually down my enemies on lower levels within like 3 hits and knock them out first try. It's once it got harder. What was his name? Matt. Like
Max.
now I'm pretty sure it was Matt.
I think it was Max.
Hang on, I'm gonna look this up right now, and I don't care if it's on the show. You looked up Cookie Mama on the show, so I'll look up this on the show.
Yeah, but I physically have Cooking Mama. I'm pretty sure, I think it's Max.
No, it's Matt. I'm telling you, it's Matt.
Ew. This craziest part is I just saw something about him because they were talking about how in the new Forza game, there's a guy who's...
Yeah, they have a live action version of him.
Bowie Knife 99 is a rogue AI who plays like a player, as in he like actively tries to take you out in the game. So like say if you're in a race, he'll just be like...
You slapped your hand so freaking hard.
I did not.
Also, I didn't even understand what you were saying.
Oh, so...
You don't have to repeat it.
No, Matt got reincarnated in Forza,
And Forza, oh, okay.
basically.
Oh, yeah, I remember seeing that now. There's a meme of like in Forza, like someone's just ramming people.
Bowie Knife 99.
Bowie Knife 99.
Not a good time for people. People are so upset about it.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like an easy game.
And that's actually surprisingly very like beginner friendly too for a racing game at least. But I think easier racing games would be like Mario Kart or
Mario Kart, yeah. I don't know. On 200cc, that game gets wild, especially with 2 items now.
yeah.
Especially there's a clip from Donkey. I'll send you that one too because he's playing the game. He's like, you can have 2 items now, and they're just bombarding him. He's like, twice the fun, am I right? Twice the fun. And then it shows he's playing as Waluigi, and he's in last place, and Waluigi's hitting his wheel, and he's going just like he's hitting his actual disc. You can hear it, and he goes, I'm having so much fun playing this game. But then that brings me on to the very last game that I will mention because I think it's important to mention, and that is Kirby.
Kirby, he's the one you know.
That could be copyrighted. Please don't sing that song.
It's okay. So you gotta sing it off pitch.
Oh no, that can even get you for lyrics now.
What?
Yeah, that can even get you for lyrics. For melody and sometimes for lyrics too. But no, Kirby is, the way it started out, it used to be Kirby was just something, he inhaled something and spit it out. It wasn't until his second game that he gained the power of them. But even then, Sakurai himself, Sakurai who created Smash, also created Kirby. He thought games should be approachable to all gamers. He had kind of a different concept of games. That's why when he made Kirby, he tried to keep everyone in mind, showing like you can play it like a platformer, if you like, but that's why Kirby is able to inflate himself, is because if you're not good at games, just spam one button, and then Kirby will save himself. And then, I think the concept of him eating people and then absorbing the power came from the concept that he wanted to add in, like, more of a unique element to Kirby. So that's where we got the power system. And Kirby, yeah, is kind of brain dead easy sometimes, except when you go into the challenge modes, which that gets like, even in the new one, they added a dodge system to Kirby because of how insane some of those bosses can get. But if you're just playing the main story, yeah, it's one of those things, it's super easy to pick up in like 0 to little danger. Especially my favorite one is Kirby Robot Planet, or Robot Planet, I don't remember. But basically, you get into this robot, and the robot can copy abilities too. And I remember I am just tearing and shredding through everything. I'm like, Doom guy, eat your heart out. Kirby is the one that rips and tears. Just think about it. You're playing Kirby, and they're like, oh, it's just Kirby. And then suddenly he gets in his mix, and all you hear is don 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 don. From the Doom games.
Maybe that's how the Jaeger should have been in Doom. What's the Dark Ages? Yeah, that one.
Yeah, we don't talk about that one. That one was a little disappointing.
For you, I haven't played it.
Yeah, for me, that's why I can say that. But those are kind of our opinions of games that we think are really great for beginners. Kirby being, in my opinion, the biggest one, because almost anyone can pick up Kirby and be great at it.
Yeah, and then not to mention you have the honorable mention of I guess Fortnite because for like and Pokemon Go.
Pokemon, yeah, Pokemon has become like brain dead easy, but we've already talked about Pokemon being too easy enough.
Yeah.
But those are our opinions on games that we think are really good for beginners. Let us know in the comments some games you think are easy for other players, and we will see you guys next time. Make sure you like, save, and subscribe. All right, bye guys.